Good morning, intentional lifers. So, this morning I want to talk a little bit about gratitude. Gratitude is one of those things that it's not taught. You can't force somebody. You need to be grateful. If you've ever heard somebody say that, it's something that it's something internal that you recognize, you feel it, and I'll give you an example. I'm becoming more and more grateful for the gift that God has given me as far as a teacher. It's not something I wanted, and I've heard that your how people are always looking for their purpose. It's not. I heard this morning that your purpose is not something that you go out and seek, that you find. It is something that is discovered as you go along your life serving God. Your purpose is something that is discovered. It's not something that, how we think that I have to find my purpose. It's not something that we go after to look for. It's you discover it as you're going about doing the work of God. So as I've discovered that God has me as a teacher, it was not something that I wanted. I think I've always valued it, but I was a little fearful of it just because I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how or when to teach or what to teach. I always wanted to teach people, but it wasn't received well. Because people have told me all the time, don't try to teach me, don't try to do this, don't use that on me, don't try to get up under my, I've always heard that. And so that helped me to be in a place of resistance to the gift that God has given me. But what I've discovered in gratefulness is being grateful that I have this gift. It is well known by anybody who comes around me. It's well known. Now what I have to do is allow God to balance me into how this gift is supposed to be used and where he wants me to teach and to find my platform like this. This is one place that he has called me to be, to teach, because those who he will draw to this channel is where what the gifts he's given me will be appreciated, versus me seeing something in someone and trying to get them to deal with this when they haven't noticed it in themselves and they don't even want to deal with it. So that's gratitude for me. I am so grateful that I'm no longer running from my gift. I'm afraid of it. I'm resistant, or I don't want to do it because of the response I get from other people. I'm no longer in that spot. I am grateful that I'm now in a place where I am embracing the gift that God has given me. And I'm looking at it as, okay, God, how can I better use the gift that you have given me at every opportunity, every place that I am? And how can I glorify you with this gift by simply tuning myself to hear you, God, so that I don't miss an opportunity to use the gift that you have given me to encourage someone, to show someone something, for you to show me something, whatever that may be, to embrace that. Even today, as I'm walking, I'm, hearing the Spirit of God telling me to sit down and make this video, and I'm thinking in my head, I immediately wanted to do it. In the first place, I stopped. The lighting wasn't that great, but I'm grateful that I'm willing to do it. Like, I didn't try to talk myself out of it. I didn't, say nobody's going to want to hear that or anything. I wasn't concerned about the lighting. I wasn't concerned about these crooked glasses on my face. I wasn't concerned about, just the aesthetic, just all of the other things that I would have normally been concerned about. I simply was looking for a spot to do just what God has called me to do. And I pray this video truly blesses someone, because to be grateful, it's worship to God. When we are grateful, it is pure worship to God. to be grateful for the things that he has done, because when you recognize who God is, there's no way you can't be grateful. He is the God. I had the thought this morning, when he blew the Ruha breath into the first man, Adam, in that breath was every instruction for our bodies to function. Just think about that. Every instruction. You don't have to tell your lungs what to do, when to do, how to work. You don't have to tell your pancreas. Everything, every instruction that was necessary to sustain a human body, when God blew that Ruha breath in us, it sustained it. It completely sustained it. And when you think about the nature of every animal and everything is at the command of God. There's a scripture in the Bible that says a weaned child, so this is going to be a child who comes off of her mother's breast, will be able to put their hand on the cockatoo, and a cockatoo in the Bible is a viper, will be able to put their hand on their nest. Lions, and they will go back to the original nature where they were all vegan, where nobody ate meat. Can you imagine that? Because even your very nature has to come in order in the presence of God. And so when you think about that, the magnitude of the God that we serve, the purpose that he has planned for you, he planned it before you were even thought about, before I was even thought about. He knows why he placed us here. And that's for us to discover. And when we get on the path to discover that, the gratitude, it's mind-blowing. I'm so very grateful God chose me, and for what he chose me to do and to be in this lifetime. And I am embracing it, and I'm looking forward to how this is going to manifest in the world. So you guys go out and have an intentional life and intentionally seek God so that so you can discover the purpose that he designed you for. I love you with the love of God. Have an intentional day.